Hi everyone and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. This is my third attempt at filming this video. My mouth is so tongue twistery today and I can't get out what I'm trying to say, and it's making me kind of frustrated, and I don't want to put out a bad video that you won't like. So this is a review for a book that I just finished today because lucky me, it's a snow day. After missing the whole week from the hurricane, we now have snow. So I decided to take this time to finish Cinder by Marissa and Meyer, and I'm giving this book 3 stars. For those of you who do not know what Cinder is about, Cinder is a cyborg, and this is kind of loosely based on Cinderella, kind of. Like, you could see hints of Cinderella in here, but at the same time, you can't. Like, the parts that make it seem like Cinderella is, like, there's a ball, she's got a stepmother, she's got stepsisters, there's a prince, and all that stuff. But the stuff that makes it not like Cinderella is the fact that there's death and a plague and possible war and just, like, craziness. So she's the cyborg, like I said, and she is working as a mechanic. Like, she's the best mechanic in New Beijing. This is like way in the future. Obviously, if we don't have cyborgs now, but this is after, like 126 years after World War IV has ended. So that's how you know it's like way in the future. That's why there's something called New Beijing. And so she's working in this market, and Prince Kai, who's our prince, comes and he wants her to fix his cyborg, claiming she's missing her. But Cinder can tell that there's more to that story than meets the eye. So she's working at this market, this happens, and then a plague breaks out. But she escapes before anything can happen, like before they test her and stuff. Like, at that market, like, they discovered somebody had it. So, like, the whole market basically got shut down for the day because it's very contagious and there's no cure. So Cinder goes home, and her stepmom and her, like, stepsisters are getting ready for the ball. Well, they're not getting ready for the ball, but they're getting their dresses made because the ball's not till, like, the end. And, so she decides that because they want the hover fixed by the time they go to the ball. So they're like, you can fix the hover and you can come, kind of thing, even though Cinder knows that they're never going to let her go. Kind of similar to in the real Cinderella. So she's going to go to the junkyard to find this missing part because her stepmother will not give her the money to go get a new one, which is kind of ridiculous because of the fact that Cinder's the one that makes all the money anyways. But, so she decides to go down there. She brings her own android named Aiko, who I love. She was such a cute little character in the story. And then her stepsister, Peony, goes with her. Like, Peony is one that gets along with Cinder. Pearl doesn't, but she's the nicer of the two stepsisters. And so she goes with them. And while they're at the junkyard, they discover that Peony somehow contracted this, like, plague disease. I forgot what it's called. I don't think it has a name. So when she gets back, because the second you get this disease, they take you away. Doesn't matter, like, you can't die with your family. You get taken to this place. So her sister gets taken away, and she finds out that she hasn't gotten it yet. So she goes home, and her stepmother has decided to put her into this, like, cyborg draft. Like, normally that you get drafted into this, but her stepmother volunteered her for it because your family gets money, for, like, donating you. Well, not donating you, but volunteering you, or if you're drafted, your family gets money. So this draft is to try to find the cure for this disease. So Cinder ends up going, and she finds out that there's something really special about her other than the fact that she's a cyborg. I'm not going to tell you what that is because that would totally give away this book. So there's that aspect, but there's also, when I said about war, there's this lunar queen, and lunars are people from the moon, and she keeps threatening for all these years, like, alright, I'm gonna, like, not put on war. We're gonna have war, like, if you don't do this, and, like, she's the only one that has not signed this, like, peace treaty thing, and, she was trying to solve it with his dad while his dad was emperor, but now it's kind of on his shoulders, too, and it's because she wants to marry him to have this, like, alliance, and all this craziness, and so there's this whole story, and I'm not going to tell you anymore, because then that would be a total spoiler. But I kind of like the characters in this story. You kind of got the character development. But I think the reason why it went so slow for me in the beginning, but then picked up at the end, is the fact that for a lot of it, I couldn't really imagine in my head. I don't know what a cyborg looks like. I don't know what an android looks like. Like, the whole time I thought of an android as the little green guy for Amazon Android. Not Amazon, Verizon Android. Or the little person in the Jetsons, like their maid or whatever. That's what I kept imagining as Android. I don't know if that's even true. Hovers, I don't know what they look like. I don't know what half the stuff she talked about looked like. So it was really kind of hard to imagine this future society, which I think is why it kind of was so slow in the beginning. But in the end, it really picks up. And it leaves on a cliffhanger, which is why I will probably read the second book. And the second book is called Scarlet. And each book, she's basing it off of a different fairy tale. But I think Cinder's in all of them. But like I said, Cinder's based off of Cinderella. Scarlet has Little Red Riding Hood. I think she's going to do one with Rapunzel and Snow White. So I think it's supposed to be either 4 or 5 books in the Lunar Chronicles. But I'm not sure. But I will be picking that book up when it comes out in February. Because I do want to know what happens since it didn't give me an ending. I hate when books don't have endings, even if they're part of a series. I think they should still have a solid ending so you don't feel confused at the end. But, yeah. So, the next book I'm going to be reading is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, because I feel like I've been reading a lot of science fiction, not science fiction, kind of, with this and Across the Universe. And lots of fantasy and things that can't really happen in real life other than the Bride Collector. So I kind of am in the mood for something that could kind of really happen. So that's why I'm going to pick this up. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe. Oh, wait, no. Like, subscribe, comment, do something in whatever direction it is on your computer. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.